I wake up in the morning, I punch fear in the face. I gotta get to my bacon, egg, and dreams. Welcome to Bacon, Egg, and Dreams. I'm your host, Bernie Wine, and today I got a very special guest in the building. He goes by AP.
Okay. AP, they know.
He's a master barber. And let me let you introduce yourself on the rest of that.
Yeah, well, for those who don't know, I go by AP, Aaron. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm a dude coming from the hood like any other hood, like any other kid growing up in neighborhoods where there's a lot of crime. And I grew up in all of that, but my dreams and what I want out of life and what you want out of life weighs more than that. You know, you don't always have to be a product of your environment. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a product of my environment, I'm not a product of my environment because we shooting for higher than that. It's about dreams. So, yeah, I'm just, regular dude. I'm a barber too, by the way. Gifted Styles, Freeport, New York. You can hit me on Instagram, right? The Instagram. So, yeah, this is what we do. That's all I do. Cut hair. That's my life, man.
So let me tell you, how did being a barber even start?
I'm gonna tell you how barber started. I used to shake my brother the back of his neck up. You know, sometimes when it get a little woofy back there and it start growing down your neck, I was good with lining them up with the little battery operated cordless trimmers, right? Then I started taking them to school. I actually got suspended in like the 7th or 8th grade. There's people out there that probably can attest to this story for jacking the boys' hair up in the boys' bathroom in like the 7th grade. So yeah, I've been doing this for like quite a while, 15, 16 years maybe.
And what would you say about someone who you may notice that's very inconsistent, but they still want to reap the reward of the result?
There's no such thing. Look, there's no such thing.
So, how have you been able to stay consistent?
Well, for me personally, this is all I got. Cutting hair. You know, my past is not the most cleanest. You know, I had some brushes with the law that cost me a few years of my life. And really, the only thing that I have is my God-given ability to cut hair. I've always been good with that. You know what I'm saying? And, when you want to cut off all of the illegitimate ways of income, right, the selling drugs and all of that, and, you work a little job and you work your gift. So that's all I have. So you want to talk about consistency in my drive, this is like my future, my daughter's future, my life depends on literally my left and my right hand.
And how have you been able to cut certain things out of your life? So we talked about being a product of your environment. How have you learned to cut things out of your life? Because some people would say, "Dad, but these is my boys though, and this is my family though." Like, what would you say to that?
Family is gonna be with you through the toughest of times, through all our personal hells that we done went through. Who sticks around? Family. And that don't necessarily mean your biological bloodline. This could be somebody that you grew up with or had a friendship with for 25 years. Shout out to my boy Mike, Daddy Dal, Page 5 or whatever his Instagram is. That's my son. He held me down during my bid. And so, I mean, when it comes down to that, and when you're going through, and when you come out of what you're going through, and you look back and you see who was there for you and who wasn't there for you. For me, and a lot of people can't relate to this, but for me, I don't have a problem with detachment, with removing myself from anybody that I feel the feelings is not mutual. You know what I'm saying? And so I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't have a problem with cutting a lot of people off, man. You know what I'm saying? And it gets lonely, but when you're chasing your dream, it's not going to be a lot of people around.
And so how do you keep going in those lonely moments? What keeps you pushing, and like what keeps you able to stay active in a moment of adversity?
First of all, you gotta have optimism. You gotta be optimistic. You know, no matter how, hope and optimism is like they work hand in hand, like bacon, egg, and cheese, or bacon, egg, and cheese.
Yes.
But literally, you can't have hope without the other. And being what I said, optimistic, right? And so what kept me going was just knowing that I had an opportunity. Like, I had a date. I knew I didn't have life in prison. I knew I had a date. So, and I knew I had a date that left me with a longevity of life to live if I make the right choices, which is going to carry on to the day I die, right? So I knew I was coming home to that, and that's really what kept me going, man. My moms, my pops, you know what I'm saying? And just opportunity that awaited me. That's what kept me going, you know? Because literally your life is in your hands. You know, you can make your life what it is. So that's how I feel, man. That's how I feel. That's what kept me going.
So when we come from a place where the expectations aren't so great, what does that mean for someone like me and you?
You can't really worry about the statistics. If you believe in yourself and whatever your goal is or your dream, you gotta go for that. Because you might have people that you close to that may not believe your dream or see what you see your vision. And it may hurt you. It may be your moms or your wife or your husband, you know what I'm saying? Telling you, why don't you just work the job or whatever the case may be. But if you believe what you believe, then go for it. You know, so, I mean, I've seen death. I've seen imprisonment. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But I'll never become that. Not anymore. I've become that enough. I'm already a statistic. I'm a felon. So, you know, like I said, I'm a product of my environment, but I'm not a product of my environment because I'm above that. Even in prison, I feel like I was better than my circumstances, my environment, the dudes around me. And you got some sharp dudes in prison too. Not saying everybody in prison is just a scumbag. You know, you got a lot of scumbags, but you got a lot of the most intelligent people to come out of the penitentiary. So, you just gotta be better, man. Every day, you gotta be better than you was yesterday.
And I know, whenever I'm in the barber chair, you always talk about not wasting time.
Yeah.
How did you learn to appreciate your time so well?
Yeah. I lost enough time. So if you don't know, like, I did 8 years in prison, you know, and for an attempted murder, and that cost me a lot. Like, cost me years. When in retrospect, I look back and I say, if my life didn't go this way, and I was on the path that I'm on now, back then, I probably wouldn't even be here doing an interview right now. With all due respect, you know what I'm saying? Because I see the process just in the amount of time that I've been home for going on 3 years now, and just imagine a whole decade or 15 years. So, I mean, time, I don't like to waste time, you know. That I think that's more valuable than anything, you know.
And so, in your business, you log every transaction, right?
Absolutely.
And what would you say about recording your progress? What's the importance of it?
For me, it's like me versus me. You know, like, so I'm logging it down day by day. However many appointments I have, I'm writing it down. What type of haircut it was, the date, whether it was a cash app or not. And so now you start trying to outdo yourself, you know? And I'm not gonna lie, like, I feel good, man. I feel blessed, man. You know, and anybody that have a dream that you're an entrepreneur, I'm telling you, Stay focused. You gotta stay disciplined. You have a dream, you can't talk dreams and not discipline.
So,
Yep. So it's a lot that goes with it. You know, we might not cover everything, but I just want to make that clear. It's not just peaches and cream. It's a lot of work behind it.
And for the person scared to start or go after their dream, what advice would you have for them?
Don't have too much pride. Don't be too, don't be scared to be humble, because even now, even with this smile on my face, I gotta go to a job that I kind of really don't like too much. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm better than the job, but this is what society is allotting people like me with past like me. So I take that. So, but it's a lot of shit that I go through at the job that I'm like, fuck, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's a part of the goal. It's all, so for me, that's for me. Let me just make that clear. What I say don't generalize everybody, but, so it's you gotta be determined, you gotta keep your goal in mind, and you gotta basically do whatever it takes, within the boundaries of your morals and the legal system, and you just gotta do whatever it takes.
So you're a brand new father, right?
Yeah.
And so let me ask you, how has she changed you, and what's something new that you found out about yourself that maybe you didn't know?
Dang. Shout out to Heaven. Maybe one day she'll see this interview. I love you, baby. She changed me before she was even here. You know what I'm saying? The bond is so deep with me and my daughter. I understand life. I'm a super critical thinker, Bernie. You know this. We done built. And I didn't even want a daughter first. I wanted a son. I was kind of scared. Like, doctor said, just a girl. I said, but I understand because, you know what? Our girls and our young women go through a lot. Me, myself, growing up, being a young man, and a lot of dirt that I did, but just, it's a cold world, especially for a young girl. And she needs her father, and that's why I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And, but yeah, she changed me because she, on top of the goal, it's like now I got a life to look after, you know what I'm saying? And she's so cute. She looked just like me, too. That's a crazy thing. It's hard to really like, you looking at her every morning, you like that. But that's my baby, man.
And what's one of the lessons that you could take into business as well as in your own life?
In the business as well as in your own life. Commitment. Gotta stay committed to something. Something you gotta be like, stand for something. You know what I'm saying? Or, that's how I feel. You gotta have something.
Is there a quote that just whenever you just not in the mood, or is there something that gets you going? Is there a type of music that pump you up? Like what gets you pumped up on a day where you like, dag, I ain't in the mood today?
Yeah. It's crazy, man. My energy level is just like, I go through some bad days, but pretty much, man, every day is like a blessing. So I always got some spunk every day. Even my girl tell you, she like, I know she be like, nigga, sit down. Sit down. Yeah. But I just, so I thank God for that, while I'm young. Still got a little bit of youth to me, even though we getting up there, but yeah.
Oh, so you always got energy, you know what I mean? So what would you say, like when we get a haircut from you, like what's your goal? Like what makes you different from the next man? Like when I come to you, what am I gonna get different from going to the next barbershop?
You're gonna get a barber that really loves cutting hair. He's not just in it because he needs some money, because got billed. I really love cutting hair. And I love the reaction that I get from my brothers that I see and they fresh. That's a high to me in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, there's a difference. Not everybody that cut hair loves cutting hair. If you're going to get a haircut, you want to at least go to a barber that loves what he do. I literally love what I do. Look, you know what I'm saying? This is what I love what I do, man. So that's number one, and two, you know, I think my skills is up there with the best of the best, and when it comes to just decent haircuts, like decent fades, decent tapers, you know. I'm not even talking about a lineup. A lineup always gonna make a cut look decent, but the haircut may not. So, you know, and I take time and clean my customers up. A lot of barbers rush. I'm taking my time cleaning your neck up. You know what I'm saying? All the spot. I take my time. So, and I don't rush people. So, yeah, that's what I do my best.
And what does loving what you do allow you to be within this product or service that you provide?
Yeah, I mean, everybody has like a gift. Like, so some of us reach that, some of us realize what that gift is, some of us don't. It's unfortunate. Maybe we leave this earth before we found out what our true calling was, right? So, I mean, it may be more than cutting hair. I'm not going to discredit that. God may have more things built in me that I'm not even aware of. But I know cutting hair is for one, so we're going to rock with that. And I just try to really like be the best barber there is out there. You know what I'm saying? And take advantage of the opportunity that awaits me every day I wake up. Because I'm really not supposed to be here, Bernie. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? If I go into other things, you know, and so it's really a blessing, man. That's, you know, I'm one of a kind. I might not believe it. I don't
So I read in the book, you should continuously sharpen your saw. And what I noticed is you're still working on trying to get better when you're already nice at getting haircuts. Why are you still going?
Yeah, it's not even just with the haircuts, it's just with life. Like,
with
invest
life.
in, you know, invest your money, people. You know what I'm saying? And so just and not even just with that, but it's a lot of things that our people been blindfolded to for years, bro. Economically, just, you know, so they say they took the chains off. They call it economical slavery now. When these people are 68, 70 years old, they gotta go to work because they can't afford to live without the job. That's economical slavery in a sense. So I'm really trying to set myself up to where I be free financially, my daughter be set up, and so there's a lot of things that I'm learning, man. You know what I'm saying? And so life is so cool when you kind of open your mind up.
Now let me ask you, in school, what kind of student were you? Was you a active learner, or it took you a little longer to get to that point?
It took me a little, like some things, math, I was like, I don't know. School was a tough time for me because I wasn't even comfortable in my own skin. In a sense, you know, I didn't know who I was. I was a kid, and I'm trying to see, you know what I'm saying? And so high school was tough, but I mean, I wasn't a dumb kid. Like, I got like C's and B's, you know. It wasn't like A pluses, so I was like an average kid.
And you becoming comfortable in your skin happened when? What was the turning point?
Probably some when I got locked up. Probably around that time, my period of incarceration during that time, definitely, for sure. Can't tell you when, but definitely during that process. Yeah.
See, like me, growing up, people thought I was just an oddball, but my mom always called me her special child. So now that I go to church, to be anointed is to be set apart, to be used for a special purpose. So it all makes sense to me now. So
we all special, and let me tell you something. All of us got some shit wrong with us.
Yeah.
Everybody is regular, normal. We all got, and that's the thing. Like, and you know, you don't realize that till you may have a sibling that may be mentally ill, or you're like, wow, or certain things just hit close to home, and you're like, wow, you're not too far above from this. So, I mean, we all have issues that we deal with, and hopefully, like I said, like I grew into myself, you know, I evolved into the man that I am right now. Everybody else can, and don't worry about what everybody else think about them. That's the best advice. Don't worry about what people think about you.
And I know that LeBron, when it's playoff time, he shuts off Twitter because he don't want to hear the noise.
Yeah.
Like, how do you shut off Twitter in your life?
Just natural. I don't be around.
Okay.
My circle is not big, so it's not. You know, I got my family. We well kept, and you know, I'm not on social media like as enough as I should be. Now you get on me about that. You say, yo, like, yo, bro, why are you not posting? Why are you not putting these stories up? And that's really like not my personality, man. Is me? I'm just not that type of person, bro. I'm not like it, so it's not hard for me to cut anybody off. Ain't nobody really cut off.
So you work and you're still an entrepreneur on the side, right?
Yeah.
So there's some people who would say, I work so I can't. What would you say to that person?
You work so you can't
fulfill my business side of things.
I don't know. I mean, I just got the little gig right now until the barber shit take off, and then I'm telling them to kiss my butt. So that's me personally. I don't plan on working that job, really any job, but I got a bigger goal than just a barbershop too. You know, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. You just got to be smart with your money. You know, got to be very smart with your money.
So when is the right time to start?
Right now.
Yeah. It's that simple. Yeah.
Yesterday.
So yeah, man, tell them where we could come get a haircut. This is my barber, just so y'all know, and he wasn't my barber until this year too. So but let them know where they could reach you, how they could get in contact, so they could go get a gifted style from you.
Yeah. So gifted_styles on Instagram, on Facebook, Aaron Peace. And yeah, so all my info is on there. You contact me and we'll set up an appointment if you're serious.
Yeah, there we go. I wake up in the morning, I punch fear in the face. I gotta get to my Veckin' Egg and Dreams. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Yo, thank you for having me on here.
Oh yeah, thank you for showing up, man.
You know that.